So yesterday saw another FTMO challenge pass using our banker EA. And in this video, I'm going to talk through how it was set up, what systems I use, what software I use, how you would do it, what the opportunity is, and what decisions I made, if any, along the way. So in this video, I'm going to talk through from the start, using a VPS, setting up the EA, how I identified what pairs and what settings to use, how I managed daily drawdown, how I accelerated the pace of the EA with a few days left to go, and show you the challenge pass too. So let me get started.
Right, let's get into it. At first, I want to start with the end in mind. Let me show you the challenge account. Let me show you the equity curve. Let me show you the challenges along the way and some of the data as well. So this is the account I'm going to talk through. Now, what we found at the beginning of December, I think it was, we hit equity point here. Now, when I say equity point, that's the point that we've set on our account for everything to close to make sure we stay within the FTMO drawdown rules. Now, my philosophy with FTMO challenges is quite simple. The first thing is don't break the rules. Yeah, sometimes that's easier said than done, but don't break the rules. Also, see it as a long game. Don't try and push this too hard too soon, because the next priority is to at least get a free retry. Okay, and then the third is to obviously pass. And what happened with this account was beginning of December, the pairs and the settings we were running took a bit of a review here. So one of our members, Julian, shout out to Julian, great guy, has taken the time out of his own busy schedule to create a calculator based on our EA. So what that enables us to do is put some settings in and to prepare for a drawdown of pips and an amount that gives us the money value. And what that enabled us to do, and for me to do at this point, was just to take a bit more detail, a bit more preparation in how many pips move can I absorb here, what does it look like. And as you can see, we have this lovely reaction to that equity curve. And after hitting this drawdown period twice, I was fully accepting we're on course for a free retry. But as my members know, I encourage them to just focus on getting to 105k first. Don't worry about 110. Get to 105. Once you get to 105 in a nice steady fashion, you are guaranteed a free retry. Bring your equity point to above 100k, trail it up, and then as you get towards the end of your challenge, you have a win-win scenario. Guaranteed retry, and you can turn up the risk, the lots, how this EA works to get you over the line. And that's exactly what I've done here. So I'm going to talk through in this video the decisions that were made, how we made those decisions, what pairs we chose and why, and how I got this accelerated pace towards the end. So just some of the data. So we maximised the extra trading days, mean that was helpful. Otherwise, we probably would have needed to have accelerated that sooner there, but fine. The rules are all met. The profit target was done there. There's also a way to secure that profit at the end when you're getting above 110,000. The programming software and website I use to do that. And then what we've got here is the daily profit. So you can see here, right, daily equity point hit at that time. And then we rebuilt, hit again, annoying, rebuilt again. And this is where patience plays a part. We know this works, and clearly it's not going to work every time, but it's about probability and making sure it works more times than it doesn't. And to just stay disciplined with your approach at that time too. In terms of patience, really, what we did do here was just take a little bit of extra detail with the spreadsheet, with Julian's spreadsheet, and make sure that we were planning and preparing for big moves. And then we started first 1 or 2 days a bit slower, then we started to build just on the same settings. And each day is going to be different. You know, it's okay to have a daily average target in mind, and that's okay. But every day is going to be different. You need to accept that when the markets aren't moving anywhere, you're going to bank less. And that's fine, because they will move at some point. But if you're banking big money when the markets aren't going to go anywhere, which is possible if you crank the settings up, but then you're going to be knackered when the markets do go somewhere. You're not going to have enough margin. So you've got to just play the long game. Here is when I started to accelerate and turn it up with about 5 days to go. Tweaking up the multiplier, I'll show you how to do that later, to get over the line. That was just a sequence of trades that closed on Sunday evening, just because of the rollover fees or how those closed. But then we banked big on the Monday and got over the line on the Tuesday. So they're the statistics. On to stage 1, which when you use our bank at EA, you're going to need a VPS. Now that can be quite a daunting thing. What is a VPS? How does it work? I'm going to show you now how really simple that is. Let me go on to stage 2. Right, so now on to the VPS. So it sounds a bit scary. What's a VPS? Oh, I'm not very good with tech, all of that stuff. A Forex VPS is simply a Windows-based operating PC that you're logging into to use. The reason we have to do that is to make sure that it's running 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, uninterrupted. If you try to do that on your home PC or laptop and your Wi-Fi dies or Windows does an update or anything, battery goes flat, whatever, it's a nightmare. So use the tools designed for this purpose. So I use fxvps.pro just because I use it. There's loads of others out there. And once you buy a plan, the plan that I'd recommend mainly are always going to be standard or professional, not the basic. It's just painfully slow and life's too short. So standard or professional. Once you buy one of these plans, usually around $15 to $20 a month, let's say, you will then get an email from them with the IP address, the username and the password. Okay. Then all you will do is use the remote desktop button on either your, I can do it off my phone, but it's a bit of a nightmare, but off your Apple Mac, your laptop, whatever, like this, and put in your IP address, put in the username and password, and they'll have guides on their website to help you do this. So what I'm going to do now is log into my VPS, which is another computer somewhere else. Let me do that now, and you will see my trading accounts loaded and running on here. Okay. Now, this is my master account. Now, all of my FTMO challenges and live accounts and verification accounts are all ran using a demo account as the master account. The reason I do this is because I use a program called Social Trader Tools to copy my accounts from a master account into my sub accounts. I do that because I can then manage each account individually. I can I can close trades if I ever needed to on the sub accounts without it affecting the algorithm. And I can also manage the daily drawdown easily via Social Trader Tools. It also enables me to up the risk multiplier as and when I need to, like in the instance of the account that we're talking about, to push the acceleration of the profit and lot sizes as we get towards the end of a challenge. So this is the account that's running right now. This is the master account that the account that passed yesterday ran from, and there's also another challenge running right now that should pass today. I will show you that when we log into Social Trader Tools. That is copying this account too. So our EA runs on the 1 minute chart. We run in buy and sells at the same time. So it doesn't matter which way the market goes, we will be banking profit daily. The pairs that I chose to run on this are NZD-CHF, Euro-CAD, Euro-Yen and AUD-CAD. Now, other than Euro-Yen, the 3 other pairs are historically not big trending pairs. So because we've got a trend trading strategy on TradingView, our edge strategy, I know the worst performers on that strategy, which in turn make me more confident that these are more range-bound pairs in the main. This next stage of this video will be just looking at the spreadsheet and the settings that I ran to show you the size of moves that I can absorb and the detail behind the settings chosen. So anyway, you can see on here the running trades. You can see the account history, 3306. This master's been running for a while, and these last settings that we set up beginning of December has just been a very, very nice steady growth. And the maximum drawdown I've ever seen running these settings so far, touch wood, is $2,200, which is well within the rules, and it's still banking enough money per day to get us over the line. So So far, so what have we done so far? I've shown you the challenge, I've shown you the VPS website, the format, we've logged into an account, and I've shown you accounts running. Stage 2 is looking at how I chose the settings that I did using the tool that our member Julian created. So onto our Discord server. Now this is free to join. We've got public access and obviously members access too. So if you were to log into this as a non-member, you can come in and take a look around. For members, we've got an FTMO challenge chat. So this is usually quite buoyant towards the end of the day. Everyone shares where they're at and the progress so far. And on these current settings that we're running, we're seeing curves like this. And I'm hoping that this run of challenges gets us to a point where we don't hit equity point once on some of these challenges. And we have a very, very nice, simple diagonal line to the 10 grand finishing line. Here's another, some action taken here just to minimize some losses. Here's another. So, you know, there's quite a few on here. So definitely worth having a look. This is one of the accounts that's set to pass, hopefully today. I will show you the account on my social trader tools. Hit equity point here, ran the settings that we're now running that I'm talking about, and here we go. And what we've done here is just turn the screw again, and hopefully that's another one today. That's one a day so far this week. So anyway, back to the spreadsheet. Let me, so public can see this. What is the EA? How does it work? EA files and instructions. Now clearly you can try and download these files, but they're coded to specific accounts. So if you wanted to use them, then you would need to purchase the expert advisor. Now in terms of our cost, the EA is only £249 currently. Behind the scenes, I'm working on a couple of extra improvements and extra proof I can build into how good this can be for your FTMO challenges in particular, of which then the price will rise. This price will go up to $499 as and when. That's probably going to be beginning of February, just so you know. So the EA simulator that Julian's created is here. Let's go into. Here we go. It's just loaded. So this is the calculator. So it enables me to use our EA variables in the top left here. So these are the settings that I chose because these gave me decent low drawdown stats. So what I mean by that is, let's say we have a pair move 171 pips. My estimated drawdown on that pair is going to be $1,500. So I can afford to have 3 of my 4 pairs do 171 pips and be at 4.5k. Yeah. The chances of 3 of my 4 doing that are obviously slimmer if I run uncorrelated pairs or pairs that don't trend as much. But also don't forget, this is the worst case scenario because the other position, the other side of the position is also banking profit. Okay, so this is, the sell might be in drawdown, but the buy is banking every 10 pips. And this fills you with confidence. You know, you can be seeing a big move in the market and know that you've planned for these eventualities. I could even have a pair or two go more than 170 pips if the others are lower. So it's all relative. But by changing the dynamics here, everything has a balance. So I can increase the pip step, and yes, I can absorb even more of a move, but I'll also bank less. I could lower that, I can up the lot size, and you will see how all of this changes. So it's all about preparation. What we've found, we seem to have found a nice sweet spot so far, but when I'm done with the improvements, I'll be able to optimize that even further. So that's why I chose the settings I chose. I've spoken through why I chose the pairs I chose, and now let me show you why I use socialtradertools.com. Right, here we go. So socialtradertools.com is a web-based platform that enables me to copy trades to sub-accounts whilst also controlling how they're copied in terms of percentage of equity, fixed lot sizes or multipliers or anything like that. So I run quite a lot of accounts, and I need to be able to manage them in an easy way. And this is a great visual tool to be able to do that whilst also working out and optimizing how I copy from other accounts. So as you can see now, the account that I made reference to, here's a challenge account that's finishing today. So we've got a balance of 109,800, equity at 109,108, and 1,100 already today. It is only 11 a.m. 3939 for the week. So when I click on here, we can go into the account, and you will see this is the one that I showed a picture of on the Discord. This is where we hit one of our drawdown levels, and we've just seen this nicely since. All of the data, all of the trade history, everything's there. That's not the main reason. The main reason is my ability to copy these trades and what I do. So let me go into that. So I can control the equity point, the equity protector on this at any one time. Now our members have got the option to do this way, which I've spoke about numerous times, or to use the equity protector EA that we provide for them also. One of our members has also created one based around news and closing at the end of the week and all of that stuff, which is fantastic. But I like Social Trader Tools because I can just be sat in bed at 10 o'clock, go on Social Trader Tools and reset these equity monitor positions. So this account is at 109,800. The equity point set at 106. So if something drastic happened today, all trades would close at 106,000 and we would come back tomorrow or at midnight and go again. But where this also helps is the other way. So when the equity gets above 110, I'll just log in on here, put 110, blah, blah, blah. And then when it just pulls back or whatever, it'll just close all positions and we've done the job. So the equity point built into Social Trader Tools is a really useful and easy to use tool. Right, and then on to how we copy trades. So we're into the trade copier section. The demo account is the demo account I showed you on the VPS, and then we've got the sub accounts here. So at the minute I've got risk multipliers, turning the screw a bit more to push over the line. But for the first half of the challenge, or even maybe all the way through if we get a clean run, it's just set at the master, which is a 0.03 starting lot on those trades. Here's the challenge account that we're upping the dial on. This is set at a multiplier of 7. So every trade that opens on a master, this will multiply that trade automatically by 7, okay, which really helps accelerate the rate at which it banks. I can change this in here. I can change the risk multiply settings here. So on the one that we passed yesterday, that figure got as high as 12 because we were turning that screw to make sure we just got over the line. So that's literally it. So I've gone through the challenge account, the VPS, the account running on the VPS, why I chose the settings and parameters I did, and then why I use Social Trader Tools. So Social Trader Tools is enabling me to copy the trades and also manage equity points. But also in copying them, I can steer and manage risk as I see fit too. So hopefully that gives you some confidence about what we do, how it works, and I'm really committed going into 2021 to help a shitload of traders pass challenge, pass verification, get funded, and make a handsome monthly income from their live FTMO accounts. We will also be launching our own funded program soon too. It won't be based on our EA, that will be based more on our strategy and how we trade that. But for FTMO and using EAs to hedge, average, and do what this does, then that's super. Watch out for the EA updates coming through and how I can prove, hopefully historically over a long period of time, how this can really help you. If you've got any questions, reach out, drop me a direct message, and I'll be happy to help. But the last thing is, if you've not joined the Discord server, the link to that is in my bio. So click the bio link, join the Discord, come in and have a look around. Thanks everybody, and I hope that helps.